Yeah, hello, I'm Maxwell. I'm from the United States. I immigrated to Russia 2019, but I've been visiting Russia since 2016. I want to tell you about my life here in Russia.
Everybody wants to talk to you because Russians love foreigners.
At this point, I would say it's like completely polar opposite of reality. Like completely at this point. Stories I was seeing on CNN and Fox, but they were just completely out of touch with what was here. Life has been the same since I've been here. Even inside the metros were like museums, man. I think the demonization of Russia had started a long time ago.
So what is life like then with Russians as a darker skinned guy?
Like racial issues towards me or like hostility because I'm black. No. I mean, you're either a good person or a bad person. That's pretty much it. You need to show your documents. If you don't, they'll kick you out. Things are getting done.
What's up, everybody? This is Igor in Russia, and I'm in my most beloved city, my hometown, kind of, Saint Petersburg. And I'm going to be talking to an American who lives in Saint Petersburg. His name is Maxwell, and we're going to hear what his life is like here in Saint Petersburg, why he's here, who is this guy. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and of course, push like. How do you push like? What about America? Where are you from in America?
Yeah.
Before St. Petersburg, what's the route?
Actually was born in Michigan. My parents, my mom is Nigerian, my dad is Ghanaian. And in my teenage years, I actually grew up in Nigeria. And before came back to the US to go to university. I went to University of South Carolina. And after my 4 years, I went to University of Illinois and got a master's. And it was during that time that I met my wife, and that was the time I first came to Russia, that first time. It's been quite an experience so far, and yeah, I love it here. It's been quite an experience personally. I first came here in 2016. It was in Saint Petersburg, seeing the beautiful architecture, and it was a different world to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a different world. Seeing Nevsky Prospect for the first time, Palace Square, even inside the metros were like museums, man. It was a completely different and I'll say refreshing experience for me. 2018, we had the World Cup here. That was really exciting, and I traveled around Russia, the different cities. Yeah, that was my introduction to Russia. And
what is it like? How you are like? Are people like afraid of you?
I mean, of course I get looks, but you know, it's not like dirty looks kind of. It's just like a look of, you know, people being curious.
Yeah.
Or wanting to know where you're from. Like I've had lots of people meet me at the store and they ask, "Вы откуда?" "Я из США." "Как долго вы живете в России?" "4 года."
So you speak Russian, you like to?
Немножко, да. Неплохо говорит.
Man, you have a good pronunciation, by the way.
Спасибо. But yeah, it's just that way. It's not like a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, you know, like being raised a little bit in Africa, we didn't have like white people around, so
Yep.
the first white person you saw is like, oh, you're curious, like,
Yeah.
know where that person came and why they came all the way down here. So
Has been there any issues, you know, where like somebody who's behaving out of order? Even once, did you have any?
you mean,
of course, that exists in everywhere.
you mean towards me?
Yeah. Any dangerous
no.
situations? No.
No, I mean, it's like Russians are pretty, I would say, cultured. especially here in Saint Petersburg. It's like the cultural city of the country.
Yep.
So people are, there's an understanding that you have to like behave properly,
Yep.
to foreigners and strangers, and you don't want to embarrass yourself. So like racial issues towards me, or like hostility because I'm black, no. Oh no. I mean, you're either a good person or a bad person. It's pretty much it. So yeah, I was mentioning that I haven't personally received like hostile treatment from anyone, even in the smallest towns that I've been to. I mean, they might be curious to know where I'm from or things like that, but other than that, no.
How about the police?
The police. There was once I was in the metro, and that was during like COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and police just walked up to me and asked me for my documents. And I was coming back from teaching English.
Yep.
And I left the house. I was in a rush. I didn't take my documents. I didn't think I needed it. So they said, okay, you need to show your documents. If you don't, we'll kick you out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the border or at the metro?
Metro.
Oh.
I called my wife and I told them I have my documents. I just didn't take it with me. So they said, okay, give us a screenshot or something of your documents.
That's usually fine.
Yeah, and they just say, okay, you can go. Just make sure you have your documents on you.
Yeah, it's official. It's the law, by the way. You
Yeah.
know? But usually it means it has a. It relates to skin color though, because that's how they. Well, it's very simple how they check it. No, it's for real.
After COVID, I've been around the city. Don't really need.
You don't need it. It's not about the COVID. It's about No, I think everybody needs to carry something identification.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. It's not a foreigner thing. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I haven't had the need to worry too much about.
But notice that one happened once.
Yeah, it was just one incident. Okay.
So yeah, you live in the new area, in the outskirts of the city.
Yeah.
What is life like to live away from the center? Far away from the center of my head.
Yeah, it's a little bit more relaxed. Especially I live close. I live like literally the end of the street, Prospect, the avenue. So we have like farms close by. Yeah, close by, and nature and
this is 7 million people city.
Yeah, and like bike paths where you can ride your bicycle. Kind of a little bit lucky, I guess.
Good?
Yeah, and it's a new district, so the apartments are new. I hear they might even build a new metro station soon.
We'll wait for that.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Russia, when the order comes from the high, everything is super fast. But if it doesn't, it's gonna take a while.
Well, I guess when you have the right people in government, they make sure things are done, like president.
But Beglov, the mayor, he's been good on Saint Petersburg. That's why he's been, I think, re-elected many times.
Yeah.
But in Russia in general, what I mean is.
Yeah, they get things done, especially when you have the right people in place, like Moscow, Mayor Sobyanin.
Yep. Just came from Moscow. Amazing. By the way, what about the infrastructure
Ah,
in here?
it's
How's
great.
everything? Like houses,
Yeah.
roads? I don't know. You know.
It's nice. I've actually been here and I've seen like several renovations. I live close by here, and I remember when I moved in, the apartments on Komendansky were sort of like older, you know, like from, yeah. But in the past couple years, they have been renovated. And of course the roads too, like as you can see, these ones are new, and they anytime they need to be repaired, like they get repaired. So I guess things are getting done, you know, for me.
Do you regret coming to Russia? Now is the time to say.
Do I regret? No. But perhaps things could be better for me, you know. Maybe speaking a lot more Russian fluently would improve things for me personally. I have no reason to regret ever coming to Russia. Like people say, don't go to Russia, or I mean, why?
All right, guys, this was Maxwell telling his story from St. Petersburg. I'm so thankful that you came by, that we met up. Guys, this is Igor in Russia, foreigner traveling to Russia, telling my stories and other people's stories through the channel. So if you want to comment about what Maxwell told, then please leave a comment, subscribe, push like, and of course, we are actually almost neighbors. So if you guys are willing, we'll do another video with new topics. Thanks a lot for coming. We're gonna grab a beer right now, or a coffee.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
See you guys. Bye bye. Yeah.
There you go.
Not necessarily home.
Yeah, maybe a stray cat.